Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Come On Tings. I'm going to jump right into the meat of the matter. All right. Now, we as Barbadians tend not to really know our rights. A lot of us do not read the Constitution of Barbados. Section 17 of the Constitution allows a person to use reasonable or justified force if somebody attacks them or if they believe there is impending danger. It allows you that where you believe that somebody is coming to do you harm and you believe that you yourself are in danger, your property or a relative is in danger, you can take the necessary action in order to preempt that. It's called a preemptive strike, okay? And that is law. Now, if you are working in a situation and for some reason somebody is at your workplace or you're dealing with somebody at your workplace and that person attacks you, excuse me, not only are you allowed to use the force necessary, but you are at your workplace, there's certain measures you're allowed to take. I say this to say that there's a situation now at the psychiatric hospital here in Barbados where a male nurse, good character, good worker, everything diligent, was attacked by an inmate at the psychiatric hospital. But you know how it is with people who have psychiatric problems. They tend to be stronger than the normal person. And there's the possibility that if they do you anything, they can plead diminished responsibility because they're not well with their mental faculties. So this gentleman was attacked and he took the necessary steps to ensure that no harm came to him. And he had to use force. Nobody died. The inmate obviously would have suffered a couple of bruises in his trying to defend himself, etc. Alright? Anyway, what happened was that now he has been sent from work. And a lot of people don't know this, but there's a sick out on the main ward at the psychiatric hospital as a result of this, because everybody seems to like this nurse. All right? And they too are saying they would have done the exact same thing. What I've been told, however, by these people is that the person at the head of the psychiatric hospital has been making a lot of counterproductive, how should I say it? A lot of wrong, a lot of wrong measures they've been taking. You understand? They've done some wrong things relevant to the employees there, and they are fed up. You understand me? And they believe that something should be done. So as it is right now, there's a sicko at the psychiatric hospital. A lot of people don't know that. It's not been in the news, is it? That's why this is called Come Out Things. Alright. I want to ask a question, and I want you to pick sense from this because there was something in the news recently relevant to missing children. There was a boy, there was a girl. I want you to tell me something. If you see a boy going to school, and for some reason he has a sheet in his bag every day he comes to school, you see him being very withdrawn. Should a teacher observe these things too? Should the people around observe these things and say, we know something has to be wrong here? Why would a child carry to school a sheet in his bag? Ask yourself that. I don't know, maybe he uses it to sleep somewhere when he's locked out. What do you think about that? Because it would seem to people that maybe this child is being locked out on a regular basis for whatever infraction the people in charge of him think he has done, and he has to keep a sheet in case of emergency purposes. What do you think about that? Funny thing, Anyway, let's go on to something else. Now, you would have heard recently of an incident with an elderly lady from the city relevant to her being sexually assaulted and robbed. As it is right now, there's a report circulating on social media describing every aspect of that assault and robbery. Not only that, but disclosing things that the media did not report, disclosing things that only the person involved could have said. You understand? And formatted in such a way that you know it came from police sources. Now, this leaves something to question. Is there any discretion or confidentiality anymore when you make reports to the police? Is there any confidentiality or discretion? Because I'm seeing this happening a couple of times where things that are in the Krieg lights of public scrutiny are being disclosed. Is a lack of professionalism. Now, there's some very good members of the Barbados Police Force, Barbados Police Service. My apologies. There's some very, very good members, but there are some who are disclosing information that should not be disclosed. And that report that I read should never be on a public forum. Okay? Next, I want to speak about something else relevant to the police too. And this is relevant to crime prevention. Now you have a gentleman who lives in Green Hill. And he has been complaining consistently for a neighbor who has been, this morning he sent me a video with this gentleman coming and blocking an accessway. He's blocked it with his car before. He's come out and threatened this guy with a sword. People's neighbors have had a complaint. A neighbor come out with a hole so as to try to, this neighbor that giving this problem. And I'm seeing a video this morning with this neighbor filling the road that everybody has to pass with tires, steel, sand, metal, all kind of thing, as if he owns the accessway. I'm seeing that this morning. I'm not calling any names, but it's in Green Hill. And anybody who listens to this will know what I'm talking about. The police, this guy would have made a report to a police officer. And the police officer seems to have done, I don't know what they did report, but it's not within the system, because the police that responded now are telling the guy, well, if you did make a report, we're going to be able to carry this guy right away for what he's doing. And when they check, no report is in the system. So it means people are taking reports just to appease you and not doing their due diligence. All right? I want this is a message to the police service. Please, we want to prevent crime. We want to prevent lives being taken. This particular situation has gotten out of hand. This guy has made numerous reports to the police station. He's written down the dates, he's written down the names of the officers, and he has a catalog of information relevant to it. He's taken the necessary procedures because he's come to me for advice, and I've told him, do not supersede, do not go to the top. Go through the line of the hierarchy, please, and make sure you don't pass anybody so nobody can't say they have not been notified. And do what is necessary. But this is going to get far. We don't want you to wait until he harms the guy or the guy harms him, because he was in a car with his children and his girlfriend, and the guy came up with a sword. Now he's blocking the road. He's doing all kinds of things that are illegal. The police had to go and tell him move the stuff on the road. He didn't even move it properly. You understand? Things that are not right. Please, when you see things like this, try to preempt it. To protect, to serve, and to reassure. Please. Alright? Anyway, that is me for the day. Alright, I want you guys to have a wonderful day Sunday. Keep your spirits up, keep your tempers down, and please try to do something good for someone today. Alright? This is Come Out Things, and I'm out.